This week on the Venator update, we're going to be replicating this pattern that goes right here on the other side. So starting off this week, we only have 2 weeks left till the UCS Venator does come out. I'm super excited to get mine. Obviously mine won't be 100% complete by then, but it should be a good 90 to 85% complete by then. But as you guys heard, we're going to be replicating this pattern right here on the other side of the bridge, along with fixing up this panel a bit because there are some modifications that need to be made to this panel before it is perfect. So that's what we're going to be working on this week. Let's dive into it without further ado, but first, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button because honestly, it helps out so much. But every time 10 of you watch my videos, I make probably about 1 cent off of it. So please watch my content, guys. It helps to fund things like this on the channel. Without further ado, let's get into this update. Alright, I know people are going to ask, I'm just going to get out of the way. This is a light strip. Don't worry about it. Anyways, taking a look at this panel this week, we are currently going to be adding an extra layer of red per each one of these gray stripes. We did it on the other side and I prefer it much better. It's much more accurate and I think it looks way better. So as I began to work on this, I was worried we weren't gonna have enough red bricks, 1x6 red bricks, and I was right, we didn't. So what I did was basically use 4x8 bricks, which isn't something I like to do because then it goes into the Venator's interior a bit. However, I'll change them out eventually, which I get more 1x6 dark reddish bricks. I just don't have any more left and I really want to get this section completed this week. So we got all the red stripes installed. They look great. I love the thicker red lines. They really make it stand out on the Venator so much better. And now I think it's time we work on the gun turn sections. So as you guys know that these sections right here will be dark bluish gray. However, I've yet to assemble it because I've been waiting from a parts order from Lego. And last week, that package arrived. So I'm going to be basically installing all the gray sections for the gun turrets, so they're not just big empty holes anymore, there's actually stuff there. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I took a quick break from the time lapse because I built this and I was building this out a bit, you know, just doing my thing, building the Venator. And then I put this big panel back on and I'm like, wait a minute, this looks really good because it just looks so indented and then this looks flat. Let me see how this looks from, oh, this looks cool. Well, how does it look from the front? I'm not sure. But let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. Do you like this or do you prefer the other way? We'll call it this way, option 1, and then the other way, option 2. Please let me know down below in the comments because I'm personally not sure how to feel about this the way it is right now. I mean, I think I like it, but I don't know what is better. Han Solo said Return of the Jedi.
And I got a little sidetracked. It's not my fault.
What I've been doing for the past few hours is recreating this little angle right here, trying to get everything to fit perfectly, you know, make everything look very smooth, and that took a long time to do, surprisingly. I just got completely sidetracked for this. I don't know how, but I did. And now that we have, I want to continue saying what we're going to work on in the beginning of the update, which is these side panels. We have this one completed, but we didn't do this side. And one of the major things I have to worry about is the lights that go up through these towers. So I am currently reconstructing these towers so that we can have lights on the inside of them. Thanks to my sponsors Light Tailing and Brick Smash, which you can use code ROLLBRICKS to save 10%. Alright, so we now have duplicated one of these again for the other side. I cannot wait to attach both of these to the Venator. It's gonna look so amazing. I'm super happy to do that. However, I do want to figure out a good way to attach it other than it just dangling. So that's the next thing we're going to work on, is figuring out how to attach these things right here to the actual bridge itself. But we have finally done it. We've got a strong, stable connection for this section of the Venator. Now, we do need to work on this a bit. Things are starting to fall apart just because of how fragile it is, but I'm saving that for another day. I'm just happy we got this thing attached on both sides. It's very nice to see that we have a completed bridge around there now. This side, we currently have lights installed. We don't have the battery box in its proper slot yet, or the wires hooked up to be discreet. However, we do still need to install them on this side of the Venator. I love these lights. I think they look amazing. And to do this, what we're going to use is this piece right here. This is the piece I use to light up the side of the Venator. It's a lot easier than using a bunch of several lights for each one of these studs, which I have right here. But this is a very long light strip that is compatible with Lego bricks, and they even got studs perfectly intertwined so you can like put them in between the studs. I absolutely love them, which is why I decided to use it for the Venator on these parts in particular, along with the front section, which the lights currently aren't on right now, but I'm sure you've seen them in the past. Without further ado, let's get the lights for the other side installed, and then we can put the lights in the towers and build up the towers once again. Alright, you guys are getting a fresh look of what it looks like to have both lights on both sides of the Venator, and they look so freaking cool to have them installed. You can see the lights show through right here and right here, although I do think I do need to work on these sections a bit, filling in those holes. I'm not sure how I want to do that exactly because it's not, it's very difficult, but it is something I really want to do. Now, we did have to modify the interior a bit to fit this battery pack, but that is okay. We still got a full interior on the inside, which can be accessed through one way and one way only, unfortunately, since these are very hard to take off. Through this back section right here, we're supposed to come off like so. There we go. And you can see the interior of the bridge, which isn't complete yet, obviously, and wires are hanging. I gotta make them more discreet. But you can get a good look at the inside right here and what we have planned for the future when we build in these updates. So right now, I'm going to let you enjoy this little ambience of me building the bridge. So taking a look at the bridge construction, I did leave kind of like a trench hole on both of these for lights to go all the way up through here to the top right here, where there's going to be two massive lights for the bridge. I still have to figure out how I'm going to figure out this angle because, it's going to be hard to build because I can't just do a simple column piece like this and put it on top because that would look kind of weird. So I'm going to find out some interesting techniques on how to figure that out. But that's going to be seen next week in the Venator update for sure. But I just want to mention how I find it kind of funny how this hole right here and this hole right here is like the torpedo when Luke fired the torpedoes at the Death Star in episode 1. I find that kind of funny how you have like little torpedo runs, It's not going to destroy the Venator, but it leads to the center beneath here, which is kind of funny. However, overall, I think we made a bunch of progress this week. We got red stripes expanded to look way better. We got this side replicated on this side of the Venator, and we got lights installed, and we built 2 bridges. On top of that, we worked on the back a ton too, so that looks very nice. But we still do have to build this center section up and work on this middle section right here, which there is still a bunch of detail I do want to add to this whole entire thing. I feel like this is very little detail on this thing. The only detail I've added is this and this, which is really, honestly, it's nothing, and I really want to add more detail to this. So that is something I would like to work on next week as well. There's a lot I want to work on next week. And then on top of that, I also want to work on building out these bridges a bit, because we did build the 2 towers and install lights in them, but we really gotta figure out how we're going to figure out this command deck bridge. And just to let you guys know, we are going to make it light bluish gray, not like the Lego Venator that recently came out had long red ones, which I don't like as much as the gray ones. So we're going to be going with the gray ones, obviously. I just want to make sure you guys all knew that. But with that, week 62 of the Venator series does come to a close, and I cannot wait for next week when we work on the bridge section, hopefully a bit more. And then the week after that, the Venator is released, and I get to compare my Venator to Lego's amazing UCS Venator. So I cannot wait to do that. Make sure to stay subscribed if you want to see that, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.